just begin. All right. So I want to thank you for joining me. Okay. If you didn't know, my name is TiffanySatchel and I am your 1111 coach. All right. And I teach people how to use EFT to uncover their divine life path while improving their emotional state so that they can do more of what they love and less of what they don't want. All right. So I want to thank you for joining me for EFT for abundance. Over the next few weeks, we're going to tap into our core frequency of abundance, our vibration of success, live here on the 1111 Coach fan page. All right. So today I thought that it would be cool. All right, that it would be cool to do a little inner child work for insight into what's blocking our abundance and how we can remove those blocks for good. All right, it really doesn't matter how you grew up, meaning whether you lived in a ghetto or was raised with a silver spoon in your mouth. If you possess inner child issues, your consciousness surrounding wealth and abundance can be negatively affected. All right. So you ever wonder how some rich kids wind up on drugs or struggle in life with while their other siblings just progress and grow nicely? All right. Though they have inner child issues. But if your inner child can sabotage your wealth and abundance, then why couldn't it help you maintain or can accumulate wealth? Of course it can. That's why people who began life in the ghetto don't always remain in the ghetto. I don't even know how this is going. I can't see the comment. I see that there. I see Sherman Rivers, but I can't see the comment. Here we go. Hey, Sherman. I see you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Okay. So like I said, that's why that's why some people who began in the ghetto, like they get out. Okay, because most likely they have a healthy relationship with their inner child, or at least it supports their growth and development pertaining to their money worlds. Okay, their money thought patterns are healthy, so that's what's projected out into their world, and that's what I'm going to help you with tonight. Oh, I didn't bring the book over here. One second, y'all. My God. All right, we need all right. So this is the book that we're studying, okay? And I hope that you can see it good. All right. The Abundance Book by John Randolph Price. All right. And it's a pretty good book. All right. If you can get your hands on it. Oh, I forgot to put the link. I'll put the link to the book in the description. All right. So now in part 1, John Price, he talks about the principles of all sufficiency. All right. And it's only like, you see how small this book is? It's only like 2 pages that I just want to share with you. So I'm just going to read it real quickly. It's going to take me like 3 minutes to read it to you. All right. And it's called Tracing the Principle of All Sufficiency. All right. This diminutive volume could not possibly cover all the teachings of abundance that have flowed through the channels of ageless wisdom and which have been adopted by Western culture and reinterpreted as spiritual metaphysics. The concept of all sufficiency was a building block of essentially all philosophical and religious systems in their original form until the 2nd century AD, when the war against self-knowledge and self-reliance began. Did you hear what I just said? The war against self-knowledge and self-reliance began with religion. I'm going to repeat it. The war on self-knowledge and self-reliance began with religion. That's why you don't want to be religious. You want to be spiritual, okay? Because being religious means that you don't think for yourself. I'm sorry, you don't. You're not thinking. The church doesn't teach you what to think or how to think. They teach you what to think, which means that it could be hard for you to maneuver in life if you don't know how to think, if you don't know how to use your brain. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they don't want you to do. That they want you to be. It's society. It's not only church. What is this? You know what I'm saying? That's what society. They want you to be a robot. All right. And we're not robots. That's not why we were created. We were not created for the means of other people. We were actually sent here to figure out what makes us happy. All right. What's fun for us. You were sent and how you can create more of it and experience more of it on a consistent and frequent basis. Okay. All right. So the ancients taught that to understand oneself was to understand God. And through the process of meditation, one could release the divine energy from within and transmute discord into harmony, ignorance into wisdom, fear into love, and lack into abundance. The initiate was trained to conceive the highest and noblest ideas as the vision for manifestation, and then to identify the symbols of the vision with the master spirit within, the source of all, the creator of creation, the divine one that lives inside you. Okay, so you're gonna connect to your inner spirit, to your inner man, and that's what you draw from. That's what charges you up. That's what fills you up. That's what builds you up. That's what supports you. That's what feeds you. That's you are connected to an infinite source of life, an infinite source of life and light. All right, that's what light and love is. It means knowledge and wisdom. That's what light and love is. Light and love is knowledge and wisdom. All right. Students of the mysteries were also instructed in the use of innate radiatory and magnetic powers and exercising dominion by working with the rhythmic energy of self, which is why we tap. I love this. I was just like, I had to read this to you guys. To the energy of self, all right, which is why we tap, all right. Whatever form that was needed for exchange. I did a video on YouTube that's up on YouTube. And it's titled, "What are you willing to exchange for what you desire?" Okay, this is what King Solomon was saying when he said, "Money answereth all things." Okay, and I did a video about that, and it's up on YouTube, so you can go check that out. All right, if you want to hear more about that. All right, the legal tender of that time. Okay, so basically they're talking about the money of that time. Okay, and I go more into that in my video that's on YouTube. All right, and that's on the 1111 Coach YouTube channel. Was brought forth as an instrument of goodwill. As such, money was simply a token of appreciation of one's service, a symbol of love and integrity. Regardless of the level of instruction, one particular teaching remained constant throughout the initiation process: mind and emotions embodying love, gentleness, and peace eliminated limitation. That such a consciousness of harmlessness freed an individual from the bonds and restrictions of the race thought. Okay, so the race thought right now is, I work 40 hours for 40 years of my life, and then I retire and I die. Probably not even, I don't even know if retirement, if that Social Security fund is going to be around when it's time for me to retire. But that's basically what I watched my roommate go through. Okay, that's basically what he went through. All right, he worked over 40 years of his life, and yeah, he was getting a nice pension, but he wasn't happy because most of the things that he did in his life was good, but he didn't do exactly what he wanted. He didn't feel like he fulfilled his calling. Now, he completed many missions, you know what I'm saying? Many missions. He was on many, many, many missions. I watched him. He helped a lot of people. He did a lot of good. However, I'm sure that he died with peace because of the way that he passed away. But I know that he wasn't fully content. So what I'm telling you is that when you look at me, just understand this. It's not that I'm against going to church or religion or anything like that. I'm just more for actually living out my life purpose. Actually doing what I came here to do. Now, the church has an agenda, but God sent me here with an agenda. So now, if I'm supposed to be in a church, that's where I'm supposed. That's where I'll be. But what I want you to understand is that you do have a choice, and most of us, I said some of us, most of us are already on our divine life path. All right, we're just not aware of it. So that's what I want to help us to do tonight. I want to help us to become aware of what our purpose is and our Our inner child can help us to do that. All right, so now he goes on further to begin discussing the law of correspondence, okay, on, I think that's page, yeah, it's page 15. All right, the truth and the law. All right, your outer world of form and experience is a reflection of your inner world of thoughts and feelings, as above, so below, as within, so without. This is a law. All right. The law of correspondence simply means everything is interconnected. And like the law of mirrors, okay, whenever there is something wrong in our lives, there is something wrong in us. All right. Now, I know that might be hard to swallow at times. I know. However, at times it can be very empowering as well. For me, that means that even if others try to cause nuisances in my life, I get to take responsibility for allowing it to happen. If I pay close attention, the next time they won't be able to affect me or my conditions negatively. And that makes me feel good. You know, that makes me feel good, you know, to know that I have all that power. All right. So the key here is to always be operating the law of karma, to be here now. All right. And not allow ourselves to feed old dreams and situations that keep us stuck in the past or way too far in the future. All right. It's way easier said than done. I know. All right. I have found that when I tap daily, I'm able to be in the moment more. And each time I slow down or slack off on my tapping, things aren't clear. But EFT is just one technique that you can use to be in the now right now. You can also exercise, you can run, you can do yoga. There's so many things that you could do to just force yourself gently, like, you know, like he mentioned, you know, he said, you know, you want to, you want to be gentle with yourself. Okay. And which is one of the things that I noticed about people that are thinking and growing rich. The people that I actually see demonstrating huge amount of abundance and wealth and wealth creation in their life. They are gentle in their thoughts to themselves. They are compassionate to themselves. They do not beat themselves up when they screw up. Right? So the laws of karma are basically lessons to learn to remove the obstructions in our lives. All right. And if we are aware of these laws and represent them and and respect them. All right. If we respect them in association to our health, relationships, and money, then we truly can create the success and balance we desire to experience in our lives. All right. So I'll go over the 12 laws of karma at a later time and share what I learned about achieving abundance in life by practicing them. All right. I'm still working on those, but I'll have something to share soon. And of course, it's going to be in EFT format because I love tapping. Okay. All right. So now, as I mentioned earlier, our inner child expresses the issues it endured through our financial world sometimes. All right. Sometimes that's what we'll be able to see, the anguish that our inner child could be holding. Right. It could show up in our relationships, it could show up in our health, or it could show up in our finances. This is how you know that you have an issue with your inner child, that your inner child, that you could be this was a card that I actually got when I did a tarot reading yesterday, you know, and I got the two of swords. All right. And that's like two opposing forces, almost like the chariot card. The chariot card is telling you to move ahead. The sword card is saying make a decision. All right. So sometimes you could be torn, you know, you don't know which way to go. That's because your inner child is not, you're not in alignment with your inner child. Okay. So that means that we must heal our inner relationship with our moms and dads. Okay. And then we can begin to mother and father ourselves in healthy ways, whether we felt that they were good parents or not. All right. Because the way that we see our parents or feel about our relationships with them affects every area of our lives, even our money, because we interact and engage with everything in our world according to the relationships we have with our parents. So if we heal our inner child, we can heal any area of our lives effectively, but it takes practice. Okay. So now there are two archetypes for parents. Okay, there are two types of parents. All right. One is the nurturing parent who is very supportive of their child, okay? And the other one is the controlling parent who is very critical of their child, all right? And now there are three types of children, okay? The little professor, all right? And I'm pretty sure that when I say this, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, all right? So you have like the little professor, the little person that's a little professor who's always exploring everything in the world, right? And then you have number two, which is the adoptive child. This is a child who adapts to situations by rebelling or fitting in. So they'll either rebel or they will kind of walk on eggshells. This was the type of child that I was, you kind of walk on eggshells, so that you don't, so you just do as much as you can not to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You constantly like try to like stay out of trouble. But I went back and forth from the adoptive child to the natural child, the one who is carefree and happy. I think that most of my life I was a natural child. Okay. So our relationships take on these stages and they go back and forth from role of the child to the adult. Okay. So sometimes you might be dealing with someone, all right, in any type of relationship, it doesn't matter. And you might be one of those children, or you could be one of the adults. You could be the nurturing adult, or you could be the criticizing adult. This is what goes on in all of our relationships, with our boss, even a relationship with our own children. Because I see sometimes, like my son called me today, and and some of the things, like the way he talks, I'm just like, this kid thinks he's my dad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I have to say to him, like, dude, you're not my father. Like, I'm your mom. But I understand. But I understand what's going on there. You know what I'm saying? I completely understand. And my son would be a good dad. He would be a great dad, actually. All right. So if our parents, right? So now if our parents were nurturing, we'll be grounded. Okay. And we'll be able to stay rooted in reality and maintain our connection to our core frequency. That this is what this whole series of videos is about. All right, about us connecting to our core frequency of vibration, our core frequency of abundant vibration. There's a vibration that we carry that emanates wealth and abundance. And if we get out of alignment with it, that's when we start to experience lack. And this has to do with whether we are grounding ourselves. This all has to do with our foot chakras and our root chakras. And this is something that I talk about with my clients and my supporters on Patreon. All right. So if you want to know more about, if you want to get a glimpse, about what I share with my clients, then you can just hop on over to patreon.com/the1111 coach. Okay. And you can look at some of the things that I offer to my clients. Okay. So we definitely talk about the root chakra, the foot chakras. All right. And how to stay grounded. All right. And how to maintain a connection to our frequency. All right. Which means that when you are connected, okay, you will genuinely experience abundance in your life. All right. You'll have thought patterns that comfort you into believing all is well or all is good in life. Like a mother, like a great mom would tell her child, or like a great dad would tell, they're always comforting you. All right. No matter what shows up in your life, even when they discipline you. Okay. They're still doing it with compassion. All right. And that's the type of relationship that you want to have with yourself. Okay. Because then you'll be able to express that out with others. All right. And that's what you'll experience in your world. All right. Now, if we had critical parents, all right, like I mentioned before, then we have trouble grasping the higher energies because we won't be able to ground. So we won't be able to sustain and truly enjoy our life because our view of the world will be unhealthy. Okay. Will adapt or experience the victim mentality and be cut off from our emotions and have trouble experiencing our bodies and relating to others as well. Okay, so when our spirits are fully grounded in the material world, we experience all the basic life support systems properly maintained, such as adequate shelter, food that is good to us and for us, food that tastes good to us and food that is good for us, whichever you prefer, right? Whichever is most important to you. More than enough money and clothing to keep our physical worlds intact. Now, if we can't ground, which I have experienced that, I felt like, man, my head is just like up in the clouds, If we can't ground ourselves effectively, it usually stems from experiencing too much criticism in our childhood, thus stunting our growth. Manifesting will be like almost impossible, and just about everything in life becomes a struggle. And this is what you see most people going through. Okay. And it all stems from their childhood experiences with their mom and their dad or whatever adult that was supervising them. All right. Because it's not only just the parents, it's the aunts, it's the uncles, it's the grandparents, it's the cousins. You know what I mean? It's the parents' friends, it's the teachers, it's the instructors down at the community centers, it's the coaches, it's all of these people, that are impressing this little mind okay? And you want to be conscious of that because that little person is still inside you, all right? And if we can heal those cycles of criticism that our inner child experienced, then we can experience more abundance, all right? Because we'll be able to rise above those feelings of failure and shame and begin to see ourselves and everyone else as worthy and good enough, okay? All right, I'll be sure to put, I totally forgot to put the link to the book in the description. It will definitely be in there as soon as I get off this vid. I just want to do an EFT to help us to reconnect with our inner being and to bring back awareness to our bodies and life. All right, so that we can find out where we can begin to increase abundance and wealth from ourselves. All right, because we can't really find out outside. You can't find out outside. You're going to have to go in. You know, remember the poltergeist? She said, outside's in. All right. All right. So now I'm going to give you 2 ways to practice this, and you'll need a notebook for both. All right. So now you can practice the EFT script exactly how I share it. Okay. Exactly how I'm going to share it with you every night before going to sleep. Okay. It won't take you too long to practice. You're just going to place your notebook next to your bed so that you can write down whatever is revealed during your dreams, okay, when you wake up, all right? Now, the second way is to drop off the part I mentioned about dreaming and replace it with the word meditation, all right? And you're going to keep your notebook handy, okay? And you're going to begin tapping out the script. And then when you're done, you're just going to sit in quiet meditation for a minimum of 15 minutes. So you can do that at any time, all right? So you can do this anytime. You can do this on your lunch break, all right? Just to see, you know, just to check in with your inner child. You start to build your awareness of your inner child. You start to understand exactly how they talk to you, what their dialogue is. You'll know when they're speaking to you, and then you'll know when you need to give your inner child attention. Because a lot of times what happens is our inner child needs attention. So because it's not getting the attention that it desires from us, it starts starts sabotaging shit. All right. All right, so you might have to practice this a few consecutive days before you receive messages, or you might experience connection right away. All right, it all depends on how much energy you put into it. So just be patient and gentle with yourself and just practice. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to sit down, make sure that your feet are flat on the floor. Okay, and you're going to take a deep inhale in through your nose. You're going to exhale out through your mouth. Okay. All right, and I'm big on protection, so I want you to see and feel yourself surrounded by light because it's going to comfort you. And just breathe and relax and see and feel yourself surrounded by so much bright light. And this light is protective. This light is supportive. And this light is comforting. All right, this light loves you. And this light will sustain you. Okay? Do a couple of shoulder shrugs. Okay? Make sure that your body's nice and tense free. Okay? And we're just going to begin tapping on the side of our hand. All right? And you know that that is karate chop. All right? We're going to begin on karate chop. Okay? And he's going to repeat after me. Even though I've never paid attention to my inner child, I'm still going to love myself. Okay? Next statement. Even though I might not have had the most supportive parents or adults in my life, deep down inside, I know that they did their very best. So I'm just going to appreciate them and myself right now and take responsibility for myself and my life. Okay? And last statement. Even though I have felt like a victim most of my life, I choose to mother and father myself in more healthy ways and love, honor, appreciate, and accept myself as I am because I know I hold the power to creating my life, and so I can change anything in my world. Okay, now take a deep inhale in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Ah. Ah. Okay. All right. Now we're just going to begin tapping through the points. All right. You can begin over the eye. Okay. Over the eye. It is my dominant intention. Repeat. It is my dominant intention to connect to my inner child tonight. To connect to my inner child tonight during my dream time. During my dream time. Okay. Now we're going to go to the side of the eye. I am calling forth my inner child tonight. I am calling forth my inner child tonight during my dreams. During my dreams. For support in healing my money world. For support in healing my money world and improving my life. And improving my life. Okay? And now we're going to go under the eye. I would love for my inner child. I would love for my inner child to tell me all their secrets tonight. To tell me all their secrets tonight. During my dream time, clearly, in a way that I can totally understand them. During my dream time, clearly, in a way that I can totally understand them. Okay? And then under the nose. I would love for my inner child. I would love for my inner child to tell me what would make them happy. To tell me what would make them happy during my dreams tonight. During my dreams tonight. Okay? And now we're just going to go over the chin. Don't forget to breathe. I would love for my inner child. Repeat. I would love for my inner child to tell me how I can respect myself more. To tell me how I can respect myself more during my dreams tonight. During my dreams tonight. Okay? And now we're going to go over to the collarbone. I would love for my inner child. I would love for my inner child to share with me their wisdom surrounding health during my dreams tonight. To share with me their wisdom surrounding health during my dreams tonight. Okay, now we're going to go under the arm. I would love for my inner child. I would love for my inner child to share with me how I can express and experience more love in my life during my dreams tonight. How I can express and experience more love in my life during my dreams tonight. Okay? And then we're going to go top of the head. I would love for my inner child. I would love for my inner child to share with me how I can improve my finances today. How I can improve my finances today in the most practical ways, so that I can create more money, and experience more wealth during my dreams tonight. Okay, take a deep inhale in through your nose, exhale out through your mouth. Okay, now we're going to switch sides. You don't have to. You can stay on the same side. It doesn't matter. All right, I'm going to switch sides though. All right, and we're going to begin with over the eye. I would love to hear my inner child's opinion. I would love to hear my inner child's opinion about what type of person I am during my dreams tonight. About what type of person I am during my dreams tonight. Okay, now we're going to go to the side of the eye. I would love for my inner child. I would love for my inner child to discuss with me how I can improve my relationship with myself. To discuss with me how I can improve my relationship with myself and others during my dreams tonight. And others during my dreams tonight. Okay, and then we're going to go under the eye. I would love for my inner child. I would love for my inner child to discuss with me, how I can experience more success in my life during my dream tonight. More success in my life during my dreams tonight. Okay? And then we're going to go under the nose. I would love for my inner child. I would love for my inner child to discuss with me how I can begin healing my life today and right now during my dreams tonight. How I can begin healing my life today and right now during my dreams tonight. Okay, now we're going to go over the chin. Did I get lipstick? I would love for my inner child. I would love for my inner child to tell me how I can do more of what I love in life. To tell me how I can do more of what I love in life tonight during my dreams. Tonight during my dreams. Okay, and then we're going to go over the collarbone. I would love for my inner child. I would love for my inner child to tell me how I can stay connected. To tell me how I can stay connected to my core frequency of abundance tonight during my dreams. To my core frequency of abundance tonight during my dreams. Okay, and then we're going to go under the arm. I would love for my inner child. I would love for my inner child to tell me how I can feel more supported in my life. To tell me how I could feel more supported in my life tonight during my dreams. Tonight during my dreams. Okay, now I'm going to go to the top of the head. I would love for my inner child. I would love for my inner child to share with me how I can experience more wealth and beauty in my life during my dreams tonight. How I can experience more wealth and beauty in my life during my dreams tonight. During my dreams tonight. Okay? All right, so you're going to take a deep inhale in through your nose, exhale out through your mouth. Okay, now with your least dominant hand, all right, that's the hand that you don't write with, you're just going to tap over your heart. Okay, and you're going to repeat after me. I would love to have a heart-to-heart with my inner child. I would love to have a heart-to-heart with my inner child during my dreams. During my dreams. And to hear every message they have for me. And to hear every message they have for me. To do more of what I love in life and less of what I don't. To do more of what I love in life and less of what I don't. Okay, take a deep inhale in through your nose, exhale out through your mouth. Okay, and shake off the excess energy. All right, so you just want to practice that, all right, for the rest of the week. Okay, like I said, you can do it before you meditate. You're just going to just change the words, or you can do it right before you go to sleep. Just make sure that you have a notebook handy, all right, for the messages that's going to be revealed to you, all right? And please come back to this post or email me at TiffanySatchel@gmail.com to share what you experienced from the script, all right? I'm your 1111 coach. I'm your virtual mentor, and I would love to help you uncover your divine life purpose with the many enlightened mastery tools and techniques I've learned that has helped me to do more of what I love and less of what I don't. Okay, so you can book time with me for a complimentary session at tappingwithtiffany.com. You can find out more about me at TiffanySatchel.com. And if you want to learn how to brand yourself and make money online through coaching yourself, okay, by coaching yourself, and you want to go for marketingforshypeople.com, you want to check out that content. I'm going to be adding content to that channel daily, okay, marketingforshypeople.com. All right, and you can also book time with me at that site as well. All right, now if you want to learn the manifesting techniques that I teach my clients, all right, then you want to visit myparadisecontact.com and you want to follow that YouTube channel, Manifesting with Mystique. Okay, and I also have a YouTube channel with other helpful EFT scripts on the 1111 Coach YouTube channel. All right, so if you want to learn how to coach yourself into doing more of what you love, and if you'd like to know what I share with my clients and how I help them, then you want to visit my Patreon. Okay, you want to go to patreon.com. That's the 1111 coach. All that information is in the description of this vid. I will not forget to add this book just in case you want to check it out. Okay, I'll put the link in there, and that's all I have for you. All right. So tomorrow I'll give you a glimpse of what we're going to. Tomorrow afternoon I'll make a post letting you know what we're going to do tomorrow night. But we're going to be tapping every single day into our abundance. And I'm about exactly 11 days behind because of the death experience that I experienced with my best friend. So I'm 11 days behind. So we're probably going to this tapping series is probably going to go way into like the middle of February. So just, bear with me. I'm going to make sure, that I'm doing my best to, there's no reason for me not to come on. All right. It's like, there's no reason. All right. So I love you. If you found this helpful, then please share. Okay. I see some comments. Please share and like this. It doesn't really, this is like, I don't understand why this is doing this. And it says not responding. Okay. All right. It's loading. It's loading. What's going on here? I can't see the comments, guys. It won't let me open it. Well, if you like this vid, I don't know what's going on here. If you like this vid, then please share it. Please, I'll get out of this because I don't want to lose it. I'll get out of this because I don't want to lose it, but I can't see the comments. I don't know what's going on here. But excuse me, I'm gonna end the vid now. I love you guys with that agape kind of love, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.